DIY auto repair.
All right, guys, and we are back. We're here in this 2023 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road. And we've got 5,136 miles on the clock. And today, we're going to be doing an oil change, guys. So I thought it'd be interesting to bring you on along with this oil change, as this is not your ordinary oil change. It has a unique oil filter housing. So this is the second time I've ran across it. I have a special tool that we use to remove it, and I'll show you guys that later on. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys, so we're up underneath the vehicle. And hopefully you could see we have two different skid plates. So as you can see, we have a front and rear skid plate. Our rear skid plate, luckily enough, has an opening so that we could get to our drain bolt. However, for the front, we're gonna have to actually remove the front skid plate so that we have access to our oil filter. So you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 12 millimeter bolts. So you're gonna have 4 12 millimeter bolts. So we're gonna go ahead and knock some of those loose. Alright guys, so here we have our oil filter housing, and it's a little bit different than probably what you're used to. So basically, here is the oil filter cap, here is the oil filter drain plug. So it's pretty cool that they give us a drain plug on the oil filter housing so we don't make a mess and get it everywhere. So this is just going to be your standard 3/8 drive. So basically we got one here with the extension, so this is just going to fit right up in there, and you're going to take it loose, and then once we do that, we'll go ahead and take you to the next step and show you how this design works. So this is only the second time I've came across this design, and it does require a special oil filter wrench, which we do have and we will show you. So let's go ahead and get that drain plug out. Let's go ahead and get that drain plug out so we can drain out our oil. All right guys, so we got our oil drain plug out. Sometimes you get a little bit of drip coming out once you remove it, sometimes you don't. But if you get a quality oil filter, it's gonna come with this little plastic piece here, and basically what you do is you just push that up there, and now the rest of your oil from your oil filter housing is going to drain out. So we're going to go ahead and let this drain out completely, and we'll bring you guys right back for the next part. Okay guys, so while that's draining, I'm going to go ahead and show you the special tools or special oil filter wrench that it's going to require. These are by Capri, and as you can see, it's similar to a standard oil filter cup wrench, but this has these areas, these teeth on it, and we'll show you underneath here in a little bit why these are necessary. So for the 7/8 cylinder, which we're going to use today, it's going to be, at least for the Capri part number, it's going to be 21506HD. For the 4-cylinder version we have here, but we're not using, for the Capri, it's going to be 21504HD. So hopefully you guys can see those prongs and that one there. So basically this is just going to fit over it just like that. And then again, it's gonna take a 3/8, and then we're gonna go ahead and crack this loose. So we'll bring you guys right back once we get this off. That way we could give you guys a better look. There is your oil filter housing with your old oil filter cartridge. So we're gonna go ahead and clean this up and we'll give you guys a better look. Here is your oil filter housing. Just remember that you have an O-ring right here that you're gonna need to pop off, as well as there's one on the bottom. However, with ours, it came off with our spout here when we removed it. So just an FYI, you have one here and one at the bottom that you're gonna have to replace. As long as you get a quality oil filter, you get brand new O-rings. So we're gonna go ahead and put these on. You just want to put a little bit of oil on your finger and put it on the O-ring just to help seal it better. And then we're just going to hand tight our drain plug on just to hold in our O-ring, and then we will tighten it later to spec. Same thing with this, your main O-ring here. You want to put some fresh oil all the way around it, and then put your cartridge in, which we'll do now, before you reinstall it. Okay, so we have our new cartridge in. You want to push it down till you hear a little click. Now we're all set. So we're gonna go ahead and install it, but before we do, we're gonna put a little bit of oil all the way around our new O-ring, and we're good to go. All right guys, so we got our drain bolt cracked loose. It's gonna be a 14 millimeter. We're gonna go ahead and let this drain, and remember, it's always a good idea to go under the hood and remove the oil filler cap to help it drain out better. So we went ahead and did that already. We're gonna go ahead and pull this plug out. As you can see, it's dripping. We're gonna go ahead and pull the plug out and let it drain, and we'll bring you guys right back. Guys, so we got our drain plug out, and your crush washer gets stuck on your oil pan. So you want to make sure to get that off before you replace it with the new one. So we're gonna go ahead, put a new one on here, and then get it put back in. We'll bring you guys right back. All right guys, so we got our oil drain plugged back in and torqued to spec. The torque on the drain plug is going to be 30 foot-pounds. It's quite a bit. Normally drain plugs are 18 to 20 foot-pounds, but manufacturer spec says 30 foot-pounds, so that's what we did. And we're going to come over here to our oil filter housing. Our oil filter drain plug is going to be 10 foot-pounds, and then our actual oil filter housing here is going to be 18 foot-pounds. So we got everything torqued down to spec. We're going to go ahead, put in some oil. It calls for 6.1 quarts. We're gonna put in about almost 6 quarts. Start the engine, make sure we have no leaks. Then we're gonna top it off with oil as needed, and we're gonna be good to go. So we'll bring you guys right back. Okay guys, so we've been letting it run for about 10-15 minutes. We have no leaks on our oil drain plug. And if we come over here, we have no leaks on our oil filter housing or our oil filter drain plug. So we're good to go. We're gonna go ahead, turn it off. We're gonna put back our front skid plate here. I'm not gonna show you guys that because it's the reverse of taking it off. And then we're gonna top off the oil and we're good to go. All right guys, so we went ahead, topped off our oil, and we're good to go. So I didn't mention, but in the video, but I was using 0-weight-20. I was using Pennzoil. They're not a sponsor. That's just what I use. That's what I like, and that's what we used. For the oil filter, I don't have the part number off the top of my head. I'll go ahead and put it up there for you guys so you guys can have it. But I used the mobile one. That was the best one we could get. So anyway guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you guys run across that new oil filter housing on the Toyotas, you now know the proper way to remove it, and you know that you need that special tool. I'll go ahead and link those 2 special tools in the description below. As you guys may or may not know, I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you guys do purchase it through my link that I'm going to put in the description below, I do get a small portion of that, and I would greatly appreciate it. So anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys would like to be notified when I put out another video, make sure to hit that bell notification. And as always guys, subscribe to my channel for more informational videos and DIY projects. And as always guys, until next time, have a good one.